Your Amazon click-through rate is deciding your organic rank, and most sellers will never fix it. Today, I'll show you my exact system to A/B test your main images and also to improve your click-through rate. This video is for Amazon brands that get enough impressions but not enough clicks. Amazon ranks the products that get clicked and also their purchase consistently. I'm not here to sell you anything in this video. The reality is that most of you that watch this video will not implement it. However, for the small percentage of you that are ambitious enough to get to work, I will support you on this journey. So at some point, when your business will afford it, you'll want to work with us so we can help you scale it. Here is what we're doing today. 1, what click-through rate is and why it matters. 2, the shopping funnel and where the click-through rate lives. 3, how to find listings eligible for A/B testing. 4, how to research the best competitors' images. 5, how to create new main images for the test. And also 6, how to schedule the first test and what to do after. Now the question is, what is this click-through rate? Well, click-through rate is the number of clicks divided by the number of impressions. So if 100 people see your listing on the search page and 1 clicks, then your click-through rate is 1%. And on Amazon, click-through rate is one of the most important signals for the algorithm because it tells Amazon people choose this product and not their competitors. If your click-through rate is weak, Amazon is ranking you lower day by day. So they keep the best performing listings higher. Let's look at the shopping funnel. Customer searches a keyword. They see a page full of options and they pick who to click based on the main image, price, first 80 characters of the title, deals, coupons, and so on. The click is the moment when the click-through rate happens. So your main image is not a design, it's actually your click magnet. So when you try to get clicks and more viewers to your Amazon listing, you can actually audit your click-through rate compared to the competitors. So we can go through brand analytics. There's a report called Search Query Performance. You can review it for the ASIN and see impressions, clicks, auto carts, purchases, which is actually the entire purchasing funnel for the product. You can also compare your metrics with the competitors and the markets to understand how you're performing. I actually did a test, so I downloaded the report. Then I ran the customer journey analysis prompt that I created in ChatGPT. I'm using ChatGPT 5.2 extended thinking mode for a detailed analysis. So it takes about 40 minutes to run. It is analyzing the report and it identifies the gaps for each family of keyword. Also, it gives recommended actions to take to improve each metric. As you can see, the listing is outperforming the market. So our click-through rate is 3.31% and is outperforming the market click-through rate, which is at 1.62%. Also, our add to cart is outperforming the market by 1.27 times. And also our purchase rate is outperforming the market. What this means is that the optimization that we've done previously, it worked. So they are great signals for us. Also, we can see the performance for each keyword family. If we're interested in a specific segment of the market, we can actually see how it performs. After that, we have the top 5 strengths and also the top 5 problems, so we can solve them. Next, we have a proposed action plan for each market segment, and we can adjust the creatives based on these recommendations. And yeah, you'll be able to download the prompt that I just used in the school community for free. All you have to do is to join the community. Every time we run this analysis, the most recommended action for improving the click-through rate was to A/B test the main images or different options for that. We have run this report audit before for our clients, and we have implemented a lot of the actions which improved the click-through rates for the account. One of the most impactful actions was to A/B test all the main images for our clients' catalog. So you can imagine the compound effect that it had across the catalog when we A/B tested each one of the listings. This is the main reason we had a big impact for growing the customer awareness for this account, for example. Next, how to find eligible listings to A/B test. We can go to Seller Central and we can click on Menu, Brands, and Manage Experiments. Here you can see which experiments are active and what are the results for them. What we're interested in is to click on New Experiment and then Product Images. Here you can see all the eligible ASINs for the experiment. Usually eligibility comes down to having enough traffic. We'll create a list with all these ASINs so we can A/B test each one of them. Now I'll show you how to create main images to outperform your competitors. Let's look on a competitive niche, for example, vitamin C serum. We can see many big brands and some new listings trying to compete on the market. Also, we can see that some of the main images are more attractive than others. Let's use this listing, for example. I think it's quite basic and it doesn't really stand out compared to other listings as well. In comparison, we have these listings which seem to stand out more. We'll go ahead and download the main images from the competitors so we can use them as inspiration for generating new main images. For image creation, I'll use Seluna.ai. If you do not have an account, you can use my discount code from the description to get 30% off when you sign up. I have been part of the development for Seluna, so part of the workflows that you will find here have been designed by me using a lot of the knowledge gathered during many years of managing our Amazon clients. In order to create images, I have to set up the brand. We can either choose to add the brand website or to set it up manually. I think I will do it manually this time by writing the brand name, and then we can add the logo. The app is using the colors from the logo to set up the color palette, and I think it's extremely important to decide on this color palette because it's going to impact all the generations after that. So we want to make sure that the colors we choose are correct. Next, we click generate, and now we can see multiple types of generations that we can do for Amazon. Also for other platforms such as Shopify, Meta, eBay, and so on. For the purpose of this video, we'll use the main image style replication. Then we click here and we will upload the competitor's main image that we want to get the inspiration from. Usually it takes about 2 minutes for the image to generate. Great, this looks really good. So the image looks better compared to the one that competitor has. So we can even edit this image by clicking into the edit button. For example, we can write to add a slice of orange. After that, we're waiting for the regeneration. And as you can see, the app followed my instructions and regenerated the image with a slice of orange. If we compare the images, we can see the difference between the initial main image and the improved version that we generated with Seluna. For creating the next images, all I have to do is to repeat the process by going into products and clicking on generate. We need to find the same workflow and to click generate again. Now to proceed, we have to click on delete permanently and create new. Just make sure you have downloaded the previous image so you don't lose it. To proceed, we'll need to type delete, and now we'll add the main image from another competitor and proceed with the generation. We can see you created the image following the competitor's image. However, it still added the packaging. So this is a good example of an image that we want to edit. So I'll go ahead and I'll write remove the packaging box from the image and slightly zoom in. Well, let's have a look. And it will take a couple of minutes for the image to be regenerated. Now we can see the app follow the request and remove the packaging. So I think this is a great image to A/B test now. All we have to do is to download the image and proceed with the next step. When creating main images, the goal is simple. We want to generate more clicks and to stand out on the Amazon page. So now let's schedule the A/B test. We'll go back to manage experiments and we can click on create new experiment and product images. Then we'll select the image we want to test versus the existing main image of the listing. To test the main image only, we have to deselect the experiment with supporting images. If you want, you can click on view settings and you can set up more advanced settings based on your own preferences. And the final step is to click on schedule experiment. We can check the partial results in 2 weeks and decide if we will continue the experiment or not. I recommend keeping the experiment for 4 weeks, especially when we have a low amount of traffic. At the end, you can publish the new main image and also you can schedule the next test with an improved main image. This becomes a system, not just a one-time thing. So realistically, you can run this experiment for 3 to 4 months to maximize the click-through rate by constantly adding an improved version of the main image, which eventually is gonna give you a better click-through rate for that specific listing. We have successfully implemented this click-to-rate system for most of our clients, and it's one of the best ways to increase the listing visibility and traffic. If you want the exact prompt I mentioned, join my free school community and you will be able to download it for free. I'll drop it in there so you can copy paste it and run your own click-to-rate audit. Also, if you like to work with my agency and to implement all these systems for your brand, click the link in the description to book a call with us. If you want to learn how to implement a Rufus conversion map, click on this video, I don't know, around here. See you on the next one.